Well, Andrew, what do we got here? What are we doing?
Well, it's a 1991 Toyota 1UZ out of a Lexus. I think it's an LS 400. And the plan is to put this thing in Hightower, which is my 95 4Runner, the red one. Hopefully we get it done sometime before April.
What are we doing today?
Well, today we're just pulling off intake, valve covers, timing belt, water pump, just freshening this thing up. Some new seals. And we got an oil pan kit to build, a rear sump oil pan for the work with the straight axle.
What about the trans? What trans are you running behind it?
I'm gonna keep the regular manual transmission that came behind the 3-liter, which is I think R151. Keep it a manual trans. I got our flywheel, clutch, pressure plate, all that good stuff. It's right over here.
Keep going.
Water. You need the real fire extinguisher?
I don't know what the deal is, but we got to go on except fuel pump won't stay on. So this is what we're doing, so we can take it outside and wash the motor off. But it does run and kind of drive.
Brand new starter, and she already went out. Only has about a dozen starts. Jared's getting her fixed up.
Andrew bought the Western Family starter.
Value edition.
Yeah. $1 for a starter on a 1UZ when it's in the valley.
And that's $1.25. Starting.
Where do you want the fans coming on at? Do you already know or do you not know?
I got 180, 185, and 190 right now.
I think that's too low for the second and third.
Okay.
I think 180 for the first stage would be good, and then maybe 195 for the second stage, and then 205. Northfield.
Oh, he's great. Watch this. Go to fourth. Oh, look at all that power.
Doing some Utah prep. Andrew, what are you doing?
We're gonna lift Hightower about 6 more inches. So you can get it off.
I don't know about that.
Maybe bring it down a little.
Yeah, there we go.
Bring it down.
And then we're moving the front axle forward a hair. You can see Matt, he's got this brand new Jeep. And what I'm worried about is the tools he's got out. Hightower isn't so high. You got the axle moved forward 1.5 inches. Now, there's a little trimming right here. But
A little bit right here.
something like that. More Utah prep. We just put a Metalcoak lift on Matt's Jeep. Looking pretty good. We still got the steering mod to do to up the pressure of the electronic power steering pump. But he's gonna go flex her out. I don't know if it is or not. Oh, easy! Jesus! There you go.
A little bit of rubbing in the rear. Totally clear up front.
The stretch is way out. You could shorten them a little. Tight against the bumps. Plenty of room up here.
Take you get ready.
How long did it take me to get there? Like, I don't know. I'm only an hour and a half into it. I can.
We're going wheel tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to wheel tomorrow. You guys want to go? I'll be, if you guys want to go wheel tomorrow, I'll go tomorrow.
Okay.
That's why I didn't fully rebuild this side because I just have to clean up the hub and throw the hub on and then put the brakes on. And then
And everything's good with the motor? Nothing else you gotta do?
oil filter housing. O-ring's bad, but I have a new one sitting on the table over here off the old motor that's brand new. I'm gonna pull apart my rear brakes and replace the shoes and shit in it.
Bolt each side. Then don't point at this one.
The other one's supposed to fell out. They're supposed to be right here. Or no, right here.
I know where they're supposed to be, Jeff.
Huh?
Did you shrink it right here because this is where it was rubbing?
That's for the seatbelt rub.
This is how I bought
What
the
is
truck.
this? Fuel return?
Yeah, probably an old breather line or something like that. Carbureted bullshit.
So Chuck's hounding Jeff because we got what exactly 3 weekends left open before we go.
Don't hit your hat on the Exxon Valdez up here.
3 weekends till go time, and this thing's you're gonna be ready, right?
Yeah, see, you can tell I was tightening up the caliper bolts. Then you go with it. Oh, and I need to replace a brake line that I broke at Brown's.
No, it needs more bolts than that.
Well, there was some in there. I don't know.
Okay, but there needs to be again.
Oh. My seats won't fall over anymore, too.
And they won't rub. The passenger
That'd be
seat won't
nice.
rub on the drive line.
Here.
Those sketchy Toyota boys.
drove everywhere. My shit broke.
Yeah, but we spent hours working on it on the trail. Or at least hour and oh my god.
I had to rewire the new ECU.
Oh, fuck.
Dude, look at these seats. Those.
Okay, cool, but is this just how it's gonna stay, or is there gonna be more?
I have my dash and shit. That we literally just did that to shake it down at Brown's, and then it blew up. It was a shakedown run. I don't want to put the. You know how much of a bitch it is to pull these dashes, and I wanted to check my heater core to make sure it didn't leak. So now I have a heater that works for once.
Okay.
So I wanted to leave everything off.
At the back bumper. Oh, she's still in Utah, or you gonna tack her on?
You're gonna build a bumper also in between now and.
You need something to tow.
It's
you can-
one bar with 2 bends in it.
You know, all this little stuff adds up. Trust me, I know.
You're telling me. I gotta I have to notch out the power steering brackets for some reason. Notice that this pulley is way off.
Yeah.
The bracket's fucked up or something, but it's brand new, so just gotta slide it back. And then
Five
throttle
minutes.
cable because that broke pulling the old motor out. Well, it's only broken like at the firewall.
What the hell is going on? Jeff. Oh, your fan's hitting the power steering.
Oh, that much I know. That's why I need to shim it.
Yep. Hit her.
itself.
Yeah, what's going on?
I had to take the booster off to get the motor in because I didn't want to pull the intake manifold.
This better do a better job at.
Don't you worry, I got a secret surprise for that.
I hope so.
No winch.
That's the secret surprise.
You don't need a winch if you don't get stuck, right?
This is a